to thank the Blockbuster Blimp for providing us with these beautiful aerial views. It is currently flying over Camden Yards at an altitude of 1,000 feet. We're glad to have them with us in Baltimore today. Now the top of the order for the Orioles. Brady Anderson taking a strike. It was in the 5th inning that they laid waste to Randy Johnson Wednesday night in Seattle, breaking open a 1-1 game.
This is a different Randy Johnson, though, John, and he has been throwing well the entire ball game. A couple of mistakes, if you want to call them that, but he is throwing the ball very well. And I was looking at Brady Anderson, that first breaking ball is the one you have to hit because they get sharper and sharper after that. The first pitch he threw, he was just trying to throw a strike with it, but the last one was really nasty.
Randy has struck out Brady twice in a row. Anderson fighting that one off. Still 0-2.
And there you see what happened to Randy Johnson in, first time through the order. And this is what he's done the second time throughout. And like I said at the beginning, he is throwing the ball well. He just happens to be up against Mussina again.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Only 1 ball has been hit out of the infield by the Orioles since the 1st inning. And that was a single to left by Eric Davis. Anderson laying off that slider now. He's seen it about 100 times already today.
When the game started, I knew that he was going to see a lot of sliders because he was swinging too well against Randy Johnson in Seattle on the fastball.
Well, I think Brady's got the best tack right now, Joe. He's figured out he can't hit it, so he's just going to take it. Yeah. 2-2 to count. And he struck him out.
All 3 times have been on that same pitch, and in fact, the ones he's striking out on are really not the best ones he's throwing. I think the speed of it's fooled him a little bit more, except Randy, watch where this ball starts. That ball starts behind him, and I mean, it's pretty hard to stay there. When you watch this, now this is the view you get. That ball starts behind him, and then it starts to break. But he stays in there pretty well, but it's hard to stay in there when a ball starts behind you.
So it looks like it's going to hit you right in the rib cage, and it breaks right out over the plate. 1 down, and here is Rebele.
And as they always say, I've been there and done that myself, so I know exactly how he felt when that ball starts behind you. I mean, it's just very difficult to stay there.
Rebele takes ball 2. He hit a fastball for a home run for the first run of this game back in the 1st inning. Rebele starting in place of Roberto Alomar. The Orioles got 2 in the 1st, and they lead 2-1 in the 5th. 3-0. Some power comes up next. Berroa and then Davis. Johnson is in the mid-80s now for pitches thrown in this game. It's Berroa on deck.
But I've looked down in the dugout. They haven't found Lou's suitcase or his bullpen yet. So he's not going to make any changes anytime soon.
So they lost his suitcase and his bullpen in their flight over here.
Yeah. The one thing I have to give Lou Piniella credit for is even when he lost the 1st game with Randy Johnson, he lost the 2nd game in Seattle, he has kept this team on an even keel. He has not panicked, and I think that's really helped these Mariners, to battle back from all this adversity, losing the first 2 at home.
Here's a picture of calm after that Game 2 loss. That is strike 3 called to Rebele on the slider, and that is number 9 for the big unit.
Well, this is devastating if you're a hitter because now he throws a 3-2 breaking ball. And look where it starts. And it just breaks right back over the plate. I mean, watch where this, look, that pitch starts way off the plate. And that's the pitch that you just can't hit if you're right-handed because you automatically give up when it starts that far from your body.
Here's Berroa, the slider. Call the ball outside. Berroa has hit a double to right center. And then later he scored on a Cal Ripken single. That run is the run by which the Mariners lead this game. Berroa also has grounded a second. There's a shot to left field. Into the corner. This one is gone. A home run for Berroa. 3-1 Orioles.
This is a different breaking ball that he throws here. This one starts toward the plate and breaks toward the hitter a little bit more. And that's why Berroa was able to hit it. This one doesn't start off the plate outside like the one before. Now watch, see that pitch there? See that ball's over the plate to start with. Much different breaking ball than the ones we've seen.
Now Eric Davis too low. So Baltimore gets his first run since the first inning. It is now 3-1. Meanwhile, Mussina has shut down the Mariners on just 2 hits. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Eric, who has struck out looking, and he singled in the 3rd. That had been the only Baltimore hit since the first inning until just now. Geronimo Berroa, the former Oakland Athletic, having a big impact here in the postseason, his 2nd home run of the series. That's just why the Orioles picked him up. Davis with a pop-up. Ken Griffey Jr. And that is the inning. But the Orioles get a big run. And now the Mariners will send their biggest hitters up. Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez. But it's 3-1 Orioles.